Okay, so we are going to continue our Spring MVC web development, and today, uh, as last class, we covered this customer form. Let me run application and check. Okay, 909, and here we are manage customer, and this page we created yesterday, right? And here we are add some information, right? And some age, some
Yeah,
email, and address. And whenever you submit, this will place the new record here. Okay, submit. And you want to edit something, just click this edit button, and this edit page here come, right? And all information is in. Let's say want to change the age 45, and update its record updated right here. And you want to remove, delete, this going to delete button in this way. So these operations all successfully, and this last class we say, hey, this page come in the one row. This is the another form, this is another form, this is another form, right? Three form. So maybe it would be good delete, and this page come here after delete, right? So we can just go to our customer form. This is a customer form, and here just only one row we place all these three form, right? Okay, so maybe you want to put some this form, maybe any place you want to change, you all do, right? Here maybe you want to, this is the your update column, just comment out, and so where you want to place, you can do place here and restart. So last class we say we are going to also notice yesterday we cover a bootstrap. Due to that, here using some bootstrap classes means CSS. Bootstrap, our CSS framework we use for the button, for label, for different CSS we apply, right? So here, like for button, different color, for table, maybe border table, strip table. Notice this table is the border table as well as strip table. Strip, column wise table, column strip. So all the look like interaction, like here button color, these different color buttons, all are come under the CSS. So yesterday we also server not started. Wait, what I did wrong? What server say? Mhm, mhm. What server say? Mhm. Server is started. No. Oh, get is not supported. Get is not supported. What I change something here? Control Z. Restart. Where we started. Okay. Let me close. Continue. Minus customer. So this page come here. Yes. And I'm just thinking I want to move this to here. So what I'm not doing is changing. Just saying, hey, this is the my edit customer page. This is the 1 TD. 1 TD I cut here and say go to the down. Here I'm just changing this and restart. It should work. That means here I'm just understanding this form, this is a different 3 form, and you can place any order where you want, right? Excuse me. Okay. So now this is form come. Here, whenever I click edit button, edit form here come, right? And if you want to delete,
Oh, so you just move to the side.
yeah. So let's here say first we create record, list record. In the case of edit button, here it has come, right? So let's here test Anis, okay, 34 and email. Okay, so such here added, and this
Right.
record come here middle. And whenever I am going to edit this record, just click here this edit form, and maybe here click edit button, then this edit form comes, okay? And here modify. So as of now, so yesterday we say means you can place according to your understanding where which form you want to place, top, down, left, right? No problem. But now today our objective, I am going to add some validation here, right? Let's say I'm going to submit here. Notice the blank record is submitted. Is it really good thing? No, right? No name, no email, no country. Our new record is added right here.
That's a validation missing.
Again I am added. So this is the not of thing. I don't want ki any name can be blank. No, I don't want. So here we want to some kind of a apply validation. Okay, so this is our objective of the, hey, at least they ask you can type name, you must need a age, you must email, maybe address optional. Okay, I don't know, right? So whatever, at least name, age, email must required. This is our requirement, right? ID automatically generated. So how will do? How will going to apply validation? Okay, very simple thing. Just for FYU, how you explore. Let's go to the Google. I know just one liner we have to add, but we have to know. Let's say, hey, Spring Boot need a form validation, right? Just search, and this is the first link, Spring Boot input validation. So here we are going to add just one library for validation. And notice this is the simple project. They say we are use the Thymeleaf and web and validation framework. You have to use just one validation library. Once validation library you can add it, you are go to our model. You have mentioned here, hey, the name field I don't want to null. Our minimum should be 2 length, maximum 30 length, right? Maybe you want to age must be not null and minimum should be 18, right? Our maximum should be 10, right?
Right.
So these things you have to add somewhere, right?
Right.
Let's do. So in this POM file, I think whenever I have a, remember, whenever I added this project at that time, we are added the validation as well as. So here the one library you notice somehow, this is the validation. Notice Spring Boot validation, right? So this library already we have, but just I want to inform, for validation this library needed. For JPA this library needed, right? For MVC this library needed, right? Web. Different purpose, different your POM dependency we have added, right?
Right.
It's good validation we have, and this is your our MySQL connection we have. This is our Lombok connections we have. That's good. So what we have to go and notice, this is the form, like this is my create form, right? This is my create customer form. Here notice which object come, create customer object come. What is the create customer object? Go to the here, and this is the create customer object, right? Yeah,
Right.
means this customer object I need add validation. There is no validation here. So let's say here say, hey, I need the validation like a not null or not blank. Multiple options we have. That's not null. Okay. So notice here, this is the validation constraint, right? Not null. So you say this name should not be null. Just one liner change this here, right? And question, if this not null, good. So how Spring Framework going to apply this validation come on the our UI? I want must be this is the UI somewhere, right? So for this purpose, just read this document again. Say, hey, first things we have to change a model and go little bit down. Go to the controller. A controller you have add one more annotation. Add that valid, right? Which object you want to make validation? You say, hey, valid means ki just validate this customer object. In our case, we are going to validate our create customer form, right? Whenever our okay, whenever we are going to submit the page, and at that time I say, hey, this is a customer. This customer going to validate. So here say add the rate validate, right? Valid. So this valid annotation come from the validation library. Go to the top and check, right? This is right validation framework. So these are validation framework like not null, null, everything. So these things just we added in our whenever post mapping, whenever someone going to create customer, right? Post mapping, customer going to create here valid we can apply. And whenever you can say valid, by default they are going to apply on this customer object. And in this customer object, your customer object name is not customer, create customer. So this need to inform our model here. Hey, say this is the object name which you have to apply this validation, right? Because this have to create multiple object. This is one object and this is another object, right? Update object, right? Here. So our objective first going to create the validation on my create form. So just so sure whatever the object name here mentioned, you mention the same object name here. Okay. If you're not mentioning this, by default they name understand customer thing. And whenever you add, so if particular name blank, that means I don't want to save this object, right? So here we need some kind condition. If some customer name is blank, don't go to add this save. I don't want to save record if the particular validation fail. If any validation fail, maybe our name validation failure, age failure, email fail, I don't want to save the record in database. So how to apply some condition if particular error or not error? So this validation error catch any problem, then they report me in one object, maybe error object. Okay, so error the Spring framework boot configuration error is the object. Which one you can use? Error. Okay. Errors. So Spring, notice Spring organization validation framework, say errors. So this errors contains all your errors. Maybe here you have two options, this error class or this documentation. If you follow this documentation, say ki binding result, this is the also have a thing you can use validation and the binding result. Anything you can use the same validation binding error. Here say binding error, you can use this as well as import. So these things hold your result. If this validation have any kind of validation failure for this customer object, this result undergoes here, this object. And here you can apply, hey, here say if you can say our errors has any error, then what you want to do, if else want to do. So here you have to apply condition. Notice this is the code here they written. If some has a binding error, then do something, else do something whatever you want. So this is the things we have to add in your code post mapping. One validations, one result, one errors result, and check if error, then do something, else don't do something. Here say if error, then I'm doing something, else I don't do something, right? So here in the case of no error, then only I want to this two records. Save, I want to only if no error, right? Else I want to save record, right? And give the success message. And else in the case here I don't do anything. You write this way code, I simply say, hey, not equal to error, then just remove this and say, hey, not equal to, right? If no error, then save record in this way. So this is the way you can say. Else I can just in the same page I'm going to display, and here give me, hey, this is the all and this is the create. Now this is the created object already we have. This is the whatever you want to hit, and same thing whatever you here. Maybe here you can say this should be only in the case of message success. Message success, then form blank, right? Or you can say each and every key here. Okay, so let me here I'm added this thing. So once this done means whenever this page loaded, whatever customer error had, we want to show something. So this documentation say once this you done and go to our HTML page, you have to display the error. For displaying error, you have to use this syntax. For Thymeleaf have an option has any error if condition. If this error, then show the error. Else something. So this condition you have to just use in your our form. So here currently I am added validation for name only. So let's go, and this is the name field. Here say, hey, this is the input. I am going to just apply here this field name. If field have a name, then error name display maybe name error something. So this line we have to add in your form. So whenever any error come, you say, hey, name not blank, it cannot be less than something. So this line we have to add in your form. So what? So this is the things change required as per this official documentation of your Spring, right? So what we did, we just using the validation framework, and just in our model we added this. Maybe just add not null and something, any condition. And after that, we are going to use the valid annotation at that valid, which customer you want, and the binding result. If I have a result any fail or not fail. Next, after that, we have added the HTML form. Hey, display the name or error message. So let's start and test if these changes work as per expected or any problem. Server started, and go to the here. Let's check. I just simply go and press the submit button without putting anything. Notice still record saved successfully. No validation work. Any error? No. So strange. Why not? Let's print this error object. This error object have something. This is my which the create customer login say create customer call name 000. This is the same. At least we need a validation model mention customer here. Let's print this error. What error come here? There must be some error because this validation errors plus errors. Okay, so maybe here we check. Okay, here say problem is that because notice in the output here we are giving the name I look like a some blank value, maybe not a null. We have applied check like a null something, right? So instead of not null, you can maybe apply like not blank, that not blank, and here give me message some uh, message name cannot be blank. Okay, blank. Let's restart. Let's come. Just delete this and again add. Notice here name cannot be blank. Notice the error message. Notice we cannot save the name because name cannot be blank. So here notice we are in the server side, we are getting one whenever we're submitting, this is the one object we are getting error page. Here say, hey, your name field cannot be blank. Same go to the your name cannot be blank. Whatever the message I am given, the same message here comes. So at least here say if you go to save something, they are not going to allow to save because name cannot be blank. I type something name. Let's say I type A, and after that I say submit. Now notice this is going to the save. So at least they have a apply validation. Without anything we cannot save. We cannot save. Name cannot be blank. Here message comes. So at least so here similarly we need a maybe age cannot be 0, email should be whatever the validation you want, you can go to it. So is it clear what is the how we can add validation? What are the things we have to change in application? Okay, so we have to change little bit.
Right.
What first our model class, right? In model class we have add validation. Hey, not blank, not null. Even you can say minimum length, maximum length. You can say size @size and size.
Yes.
And size say, hey, size can be look like here mentioned. Lots of annotation parameter that you have like mentioned, like here, like a size mention you can. Here say size minimum and maximum length means ki number of here say size minimum at least required 3 character. Okay, and similarly say comma maximum maybe 50 character means name can be 3 to 50 character. If you are typing less than 3, it still receive the same message. Name cannot be blank, right? So
Right.
similarly, you have to apply validation for age and everything. This is name validation. You want to age. Similarly, by default, age also should not be null and give the same message. Hey, like message cannot be null, right? Similarly, here say a age can not be null or 0 something, whatever message, right? And here in age also want to some limitation. Minimum age could be 18, maximum would be 19, 16 something. So here you can say, hey, my minimum age would be 18, okay? And maximum would be maybe 675, okay? So this is the minimum age only allow this possible combination. And similarly, let's email. So I want email validation. Email maybe not null or good part. This validation also have a little bit just explore option. Notice here this library min max not null come from this our javax validation library, and validation have a lots of annotation. Here you can use any annotation. This is one annotation email, so I can use email annotation, maybe maximum, maybe minimum, maybe negative or non-zero, not blank, non-empty, all the things we can use, right? So let's use the email. Maybe something digit validation. You want to only digit, so you can digit annotation. Or you want to email, only email, right? So let's use the here email, right? So you can say, hey, this should be email, right? Emails email, right? Email. Okay. Email not is a valid something, right? Message, give the message you want. Okay. Email is not a valid. Okay. Something. So here this message only come if validation fail. If validation fail, this message is going to display on your screen right here in the email box, right? So in this you can add let's say I want to add this no validation. So these the things on the your customer object, yeah, entity object, you have to mention validation, name field, age field, something. All is done, and this information you want to display on our customer form. So go to the customer form and say, hey, this is a customer form. I want to give those error message, because this error message we have to display on here. So notice here for our name we have to display error message. Similarly, same error message it's go for the our age field, right? As same message go for our your same thing. Notice here if this value error have, then show this message, right? And here say your age, field name age, here age, this is the age, and this is the email, this is the email, this is the email, and this is the email error. Okay, this is the age error. Okay, so this is the, you can say, a Thymeleaf library. This message only come, this is the message come here, but this message only if error occur. No error, no message. This is the conditional block. Just before this class we will discuss if block. Similarly we are using here block, if block, right? So this 3 line you have to add in your form to display the error, and this error come from your model. Model
Is
add
this
the
the,
value.
is this the same if that we learned today? Same
Yes,
format.
yes, same format. Here you can use T, D, TD, anything here. But this is the same condition. If this equal to true, then this error, right?
Right.
So this is the by default this fields library given by the Thymeleaf. Just we add this line, okay?
Okay,
And
so we don't have to write anything um on
no,
the like get mapping post
no,
mapping.
no.
We just have to write.
Yeah, already each and everything, this whatever the message share here, this same message automatically notice they whenever you are creating our customer, post customer, creating customer, our post customer,
So
this
so
yes.
whenever we write on the validation, it will not go to the database because it
Here
failed the.
here we have a written logic. If no error,
Oh,
then go to the save database, and then
oh,
save
oh,
success value.
you have to write the logic here.
Here, because
Okay.
finally we are to control our business logic, right? If error, if not error, then save here, right?
Right.
Is it good? So this is the things. So here this annotation, notice this is the @valid. This will do each everything for us. If you have not write this validation annotation, it will not check your error. So Spring
Okay.
framework are going to check validation if you say, hey, @valid. So this valid annotation going to apply on this customer. Customer and check, hey, you have added validation. Yes, I added validation. So
Right.
before going to save here, say, hey, check any error, and any error, then don't save. If no error, then save, right?
Right.
So in this way, let's restart and check other fields also works or not. So these are the very simple, but we have to know how, what are the way. But this is sometimes very needed in applications. Sometimes really weird if someone customer save record without any validation, right?
Right.
So let's server is started. Yes. So here, let's see if I submit here. Notice here message come, name cannot be blank and size must be 3 to 50.
Right.
Here we mention Notice here mention 3 to 50, right?
Right.
Similarly, notice here say age must be greater than 18. Notice here mention I mean value 18.
Right.
And similarly here email, no email, might be I am writing some invalid email, then it will come something, right? So let's key, if I type name, that's 2 letter, then say, notice must not be blank, not message come. Say size must be 3 to 15, right? So here means at least we have to write 3, right? 3. Let's get team and then submit. Notice now name validation pass. Still age is must be greater than 18. Let's say I pass like a 10. Then I still say, hey, greater than 80. Let's pass 100. Let's say, hey, must be less than 75. How come 75? Because here I mentioned 75 is the maximum, right?
Right.
So let's pass the 70. Then it's okay, right? And let's submit. They submitted. Why not check email part? They are not checking my email. Email, I use the email validation. Why not use this email validation? Email is not valid. I mentioned not something. Email. Let me. Why they are not? It should validate email, I think. Let me use some different syntax. What happened? Let's use the email validation. Must be works. Something I missed syntax. Email. Yeah, this is same. Email should be valid message something. This is the way something written. Minimum value, maximum value, age, assert to string email. Why not email work? Again, let's test. This is the email part. Yes, it should work. Why not email? Let's anything here missing. We have printed error. Let's check what error say in the logger. Email, I am saying email also. Email is the blank. Emails. This is the errors. Emails. They are not 0 characters. Okay. Here they are not. Let's restart again server. It should works email because there is nothing. Same thing we are doing for others like email. It should work. Email is. I'm not writing anything miss. This okay. 1 minute validation is the same for Java validation. Let's restart again and it should work. I think they have to capture. Okay. But this is the email, and I mentioned this is email. Okay, email might be in the page here. I mentioned already here also. I mentioned field email and here the email. It should works. Why not works? Let's again check. Here message come. Email they are not tracking. Why? They are throwing these is the validation error. Notice they know this is the name have a problem, age have a problem, and but email they are not catching. So strange. They are printing the subject due to that they printed. Let me change not null. Then what they give option? They must let's add the not blank. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Let me try, but generally it should not, because by default this email should works like similarly email. It should works. I don't know why they are not working, but it should be not, at least say should not null, huh? Not null at least. Okay, and let's again check.
Well, blank. We can use blank.
We can use. Let's try. It should works. Because we are not doing a specific. If this work for this, this work for this work for other field as well as, right? Mm. Email here, message comes something. We are not. That's so strange. Why are not? They are name age. Name two times as a one
So
is not there. Mm.
when you leave blank email, is it validating at all?
They are not validating. This is the problem. They must be validate email as well as. Okay. So let me. I'm simply say not blank. Then what happened? Okay. Let me. I simply say hey. As of now, hey, not blank. Email cannot blank. Okay. Let's try this. Okay. Email cannot be blank. Well, this is simple. The if this work for here by default, it should work.
But at email, that
Hmm.
notation will make sure it's an email, right?
They ensure that at the rate symbol must be exist somehow. You can apply email validation, different regular expression pattern theory, right?
Oh, okay.
And I just so notice here cannot be blank, right? At least this cannot be blank. Now this is apply validation, age apply validation, this apply, right? So let's also say key it should be at the rate email, right? Email. Okay. And let's restart again. Multiple validation annotation you can apply here, right? The first thing it cannot be blank. So at least you cannot say blank here, right? Something.
Right.
So these are the sometimes very useful. This is very not the you can say needed, but this is also useful. That sometimes you have to ensure the proper data is stored in the system. Age, someone say age 7,000. Really, someone look the code and say what this value, right?
Right. Right.
So sometime validation make our data consistent, right? And
Right.
so let's I pass like here submit and then submit. Name is okay. Age I have to pass between this greater than 13. Okay. Then email they pass. Let's say I pass test. So notice here must be will not form email. That means this validation works. Okay.
Oh, okay. Okay. I see. I see. Yeah. Yeah.
Notice okay, they say ki must be well formed email. That is required at this at the rate. Okay. And just submit again say not at least need something word, right?
Right.
It works. Okay. .com and after that it's blank because there is no validation, it's allow blank. Submit and record is saved, right?
Right.
So in this way you can notice whenever all these okay these are the blank and your message comes successfully. Why? Because here you mention our controller code. If not error, then show this message, right?
Mm.
Here say if no error, not error, right? Then you have to show this message, right?
Right.
This message only come this no error. So this is the valid. This is the you can say validation error. This annotation, if not apply this annotation, validation not work. So all the magics of this annotation at the rate valid.
Right. Right.
This valid is going validating your customer object. Which customer object? Model like create custom, because in our this form the name of model is here like a create customer, right? This,
Right.
whenever this model comes, please apply validation, and this is just for displaying. If error occur, to display, if error, to display, if error, to display, right? So this is your UI side validation and display validation. And this is come from our server side. I say this server side, I am not going to save any record in database until this customer is not valid. Right? Here say valid customer, then you save here. So all the magic of this validation is nothing special. So all the code, whatever you written, are the same thing. Similarly, you can apply in the validation for your update page, right? While updating, no one can. Let's see. I am going to.
What is the error means? Error. Go back.
Error means here. Error means ki whatever the validation failure here, whatever this validation failure happen. If this is a happen, this is a happen. Where this message come? Okay. So this all the error message come under this variable error.
Where do you declare?
I am showing. Here I am declare this is the error. Here you have a two option. You can say binding result, or you can simply say error. They have a two option, right? So if I am following this documentation, this documentation say you can use this binding error. Notice here say binding result, and binding result has error, right? This is
Okay.
so that key for your convenience you can use this binding errors. It's work, and sometime alternative of this library also exists. Notice this the this is the library. This is the library available in this validation. You can use validation, or you can use the error class. So there are two options we have. You can use this error, or you can use this binding result. Both are the similar thing. Internally, notice they implement extend errors.
Right. Okay.
You can use rightly errors. That means this is the error interface, right? And here say no, error interface implemented by the binding result. So this interface extends this binding. So in binding result contain the both concept, errors and the result as well, right?
Right.
So due to that, here I'm say hey, in our controller say hey, binding result. Binding result nothing, just the error. Notice the extends error, right?
Right.
So sometimes some developer might be write directly here error as well. Both works, okay? But we just follow the Spring documentation, so you can hey binding result, right?
Right.
And they have a method has error. If this is the check, if this is the binding error has any error, yes, then don't save, right? Here I mentioned not equal to, right?
Right.
This is the validation part. So any confusion how you can add the validation on your form?
Now I got it. I'm very comfortable now.
Very comfortable. And all these things mentioned in the just simple documentation, right? Just Spring form validation, right? I'm not doing any stuff from which I know. Whatever mentioned here, say you validation library, we validation library. Say go to model and add this annotation, right? Add annotation. And after that, this document say, hey, go to the controller and use the valid annotation. This is the valid annotation, right?
Right.
I am using valid. And this controller say if you want to those error, use this binding result and apply one condition if whatever you want, right?
Right.
The same, and this documentation also says you want to display on the those error must be on the UI. So these things you have to use, right?
Okay. So
for each, this is name field.
th:(error). What is that coming from?
Th means Thymeleaf library say whatever this error here our errors come this message. This is the come under the name attribute, name field. That means this message come name cannot be blank. So this message I want to print here the error. This is displaying the value. This is the displaying the value this is the condition. If this errors have this value or not, even these things you can print. This is the one, like has error in the map. They contain the name, age, every error. Okay.
Right.
And these things you can, about the error you want to read, go to the official library about the Thymeleaf. Just say error Thymeleaf. Okay. Thymeleaf. And this is the somewhere official documentation. Here, click here and complete detail about this. Excuse me. Errors. Okay. This is error validation and error handling, right? So they are
Right.
mentioned how to handle error, how to validate the input types. Here mention your field error. And notice here, if each error, they want to print all the error, they have a multiple option. Simplify the CSS. Even you can apply CSS color red, color green, bold. You want to something, you can apply additional things they have, right? Here you can apply the CSS as well, right?
Right.
You want to display all the error, you can print this way. They print all the error as well as. So all the things here we are using the same thing, what they have mentioned here, right? These are
Right.
things they mention. So everything in the documentation mentioned, just go and just we are using simpler like this way. Input types, right? Print error. Okay, this is the thing. Currently we are using the syntax thing. P, this error has error. I'm using this line at the present our code base. Look, wait. P, if exists, error name. Some message, right? Same thing here is
Right.
the P. If error exists, this is the field name. Here name, age, anything, right? Error,
Right.
print the error. And incorrect data here say error message, anything. This is not displayed just for the someone reading the code. They can say this is the incorrect data, right? So whatever the input field, this is the same field name. This is they are passing here, right? Here.
And has error, that one is a variable, the date plan, or it's what is
This
it?
is the fields is a variable that contain hold all the error. Let's say I want to print all error. This is all error. Let's I want to print all error. This is the they are printing all error something. This is all error, all error. This is the code I just find and printing. Okay, go to the my code base and here just for reference I am printing here, right? Here printing. Okay.
Right.
So they print this fields is a have a one variable, all errors hold. And similarly fields, this is the field have a lot. Notice here fields have a name, a similarly have a one map has error. They have a map, have a name, map have a age, map have a email. So all error they are getting from map internally they implemented, right? So if you want to print all them, just print here. If any error, even you can print this if any error true or false something. This value copy here, copy and just print here, right? And just print. So they print true or false something. If any error occur or not, right? So restart. So internally, these all the error which are come from backend. Notice our controller. And that is this is the error. Whatever error, this is the same error going to the UI. So this error fields, whatever this error binding error, this the error is the same available on this our UI here. Here all. Excuse me. Let me check started. Yes. So here let's I submit here. Notice here true, some error occur. This is the first error, second error, third error, fourth error. Are you notice here? The same
Okay.
error we are applying here for I don't want in this way someone I can give all the message, but this is must become under the email section right here, right? So instead of printing all message in the one, and these all message come from server. Note the look down the server. Server have a this is all the message. Notice they have all message. This is all the message. Email cannot be null. This cannot be null. This cannot be null. This cannot be null. Right? This is what? This is the error variable in the server side, right? This is variable error. This is the variable. This is the error variable, right? Which I printed here. Notice error. So these variables are just go to the this page, and this page you can printing. So instead of printing all, why not we print a specific value in a specific tag, right? So how to know? They has error the match name, give me the only name error, right? This is the age error. This is the email error. So that a specific place you give the error message. So here the same all message email must be go under the email section, right?
Mm-hmm.
Under the email, right? Look the
Right.
good key. This cannot be blank, and this cannot
So
be blank.
okay, so go back to the code.
Mm.
I'll show. I'll show. I have a question. So on the right hand side, those name, that's the actual field variable
This is
name. But
yes,
no,
this is
no.
a
Yeah, this is the actual like a very field name, like
field name
age, objects field.
of this object.
Yeah, but on the left hand side, what does that mean? The name and age. Yeah,
Name in
so on the
this one.
yeah, this one. So yeah.
This one say ki if condition your error field have any error for age field or not. If yes, then print this value.
Oh, okay, okay. Mhm.
So this maybe sometimes say ki if might be name don't have error, then don't print the name error, right? Here, if conditional, this is the condition. If condition true, let me I am go to the my screen and I am pass some name here, right? In this case, and I am submit. So in this case, name there is no error, right? So
Yeah.
how there is no error printed here. So here say yeah, this is only if error exists, then print here. No error. If notice for this, if you print this value, you get sometime directly print this value. Okay, and I print here. Okay, okay, here. Here. So this value sometime get value, sometime get not value, right? So always print if they have a value, right?
So it will return true.
Hmm. Yeah. That means this has a field class have a one map internal, you can say. They contain all the your setter getter name and corresponding value. So if and I submit, in the case of name it's true, and if I pass something name, right, I pass, notice they print, and that at that time it should be false because there's no error for the name, right? It's false, right? It's okay, no false means we're not printing any error, right? So due to that, this is the syntax here. Say check our field have any error, then print. Else don't. This complete p block element is not going to the print, right? Similarly here, similarly here. It's clear.
Yeah.
Good. So these are the some our understanding. Okay. Any confusion?
Now I got it. I got it.
And similarly, you can add a validation for your update form. While updating, surely I want, hey, someone would we not do, right? The similar things you can write for your same validation error you can write for your update way, right? While update,
Oh, oh yeah,
you
yeah. Okay, okay. For
your
update
name,
two.
right? Name, and similarly for your this is age, go to the age, because while update someone cannot write the incorrect value, right?
Hmm.
And similarly for email, sorry, this is your email, okay? Similarly
Right.
your update form, this is the email, okay? So here validation done, and in this action, post action, you have to, for this model you have to update, right? So this is
Right.
our action. Whenever submit button happen, this is our submit button happen, this is the update, right? This is the post mapping. Whenever update happen, so here say, hey, this is a customer, you go to apply here what? Validation, valid, right? Valid, and all the valid done. And notice this is all only do in case of, and here we have to mm, give the name, because this is the two model. What is the model name? This page model name is this, right? Say, hey, validate this model, right? This model, this customer validation, and after that they come error. Here you can say, second parameter, you can say error. Here I can use error here binding result. Okay, errors, right? And
Right.
here apply, this is the errors, and say, hey, just print error as well as, okay, if any error, okay, plus error. And here apply condition. Okay, if errors has any error, okay, okay, not equal to, then you do something, all the things, right? A cut, and here say only do no error, right? And after that
Right.
this, okay, this is also, okay. In this way, okay. So this is for your validation. So this is because here we are saving database, right? Calling database, and this is only happening once no error, right?
Right.
Yeah, not equal to means no error, right? Else by default they are displaying all page, no problem. Blank, there is no issue, right? Is it okay? You can also place this one successfully done, then you can say one successfully done, then you can say it should be blank record. After that, once you updated record, this should be blank, right? Let's say I update something here, and after updation done, it should be clean, blank, right? It should be blank. So here I am thinking this is a new record, so the updated customer should be blank, right? So here, and in this case, this list always they are displaying this middle part, right? It will show there is no issue. So in this way, we can apply this same validation here for the customer page. And this validation customer already have applied here. This same model, the model already I did it. So in this way, you can do for your update request as well, right? So whenever you're going to update something, they check the validation as well, right? All the validation pass, then you are going to save database. Else you are not going to the saving, right? So whenever you go try this, and in this way, generally building any application, any form, this basic operation required, which we cover for one customer object, right? Create customer, update customer, delete customer, validate name, validate age, email, whatever the field, right? Let's start it. Let's I want to edit something. Let's I want to edit this, and let's I change the age like 293 one. This should be give some message, right? This is not a validated one. Okay. Let's say update. Notice here must be less than or equal to 75, right? It's okay, right? And even it good option, you can change some color here, red color, something like that, right? So here you can apply some color coding style, coloring something, right? CSS as well as, yes, somewhere they preferences, right? Right. So here this documentation say you can apply a CSS style. This as this is the style you can type, right? And just say, hey, the class, you can just apply this here, and you can give the error. Let's give the example, okay? Displaying error. And maybe apply CSS red color, blue color, green somewhere written there, not written. This is the invalid. This is the, in this way we can apply style color, right? Here. So this are going to apply error. If you pass here error, they in a different color, right? This error, CSS color error. So you can say just write this code little bit, and it's apply CSS as well as. In the form, here say, hey, go to the our here and say, hey, I want to one style dot error, and this error you can say here simply, hey, this is the class error. This class you can mention. So whenever you mention this class, it will display red color in error. So this is the my here say all the place here say here, hey, hey, apply the CSS, apply the CSS, apply the CSS, apply the CSS. So this is the styling. This is not mandatory, but sometime you want, you can apply. Okay. This and just restart. So in this way, you can apply this validation. Maybe here, whatever the in update case, edit case, something. Hmm. So let's test and your here application started and let's go to the edit and if the maybe age greater than notice here this is the red color, right? Red color, bold style, whatever you want you can change. This was submit button. Notice all the red color, right? So here you can apply whatever the style you want to those messages in this style set. Okay, color red style, whatever you want. So is it good? Any question, any doubt how we can creating our form?
Yeah.
How can validating, coloring, everything, right? So here you can say in this one form, we have cover all the things of basic whenever you're going to build any application, right? Means how to create the database model, how to create the controller, how to create get mapping, post mapping, delete mapping, edit mapping, how to design create form, how to update form, listing all the record, deleting record, updating record, right? And even validating record, right? Someone, let's
Yeah.
say, go update, let's age a little bit, maybe change the name like one correction it, and you are trying to update. It will say, hey, name must be something, right? This must be greater than something. So all the validation would be right, correct, right? So this is the sample for you, and you can just build any kind of application, maybe depending upon the use case. And just take this the references, how to make this create form, update form, delete form. And let's do practice. And any doubt, any confusion will connect, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Good part here, we can also use the for the coloring, coding, formatting, bootstrap, and for here we can use our bootstrap as well as, right? This is the bootstrap, just link the library and use all this. Like here we can use the bootstrap, like, right? Like here form control we have can use. For table you can notice use this is the table, border table, script table, these are the CSS, button table, right? This is the red button also because just CSS, right? Apply class. This is the class say, hey, this is the Y button, red button, Y blue button, just because this is our bootstrap CSS library, right? CSS. So here you can say you can integrate multiple things in one form, one page, customer things, and that's make reference to you build any kind of application, right? Is it good? We are good for the day.
Yeah.
Let's practice. Any doubt will connect. Any question for the day? You have anything?
Yeah. It's good for now.
Okay, let's do.
Today I'll try
Mm.
the video. I want to see how many, like how that goes.
Yes, but
I
that's
mean, test it.
If you have any question, please note. We'll discuss. Okay,
Sure.
but let's try, because almost what I'm thinking, the basic thing required to build one any web application, you have
Right.
we have covered, right?
Right.
Okay, take care. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.